So let's, yeah, obviously be mindful because of the heat. So, make sure you have some water and everything. But just keep an eye on the time. It's about 7 minutes past. And we'll just do a normal practice or we'll see how it goes. But let's just start by coming onto our backs, soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. And just bring the hands to rest wherever you want. So on the belly or out by the side, that's absolutely fine. And just take a little rock from side to side. Just slowly coming into your body, slowly coming into the practice. And we're going to take some breaths, and I want you to sigh out the first few exhales. Just being mindful of the heat today. So you may find you're a bit more flexible in the heat. So being careful of that, because you might feel it afterwards. Take a little rock from side to side. Notice the glutes. Notice the sacrum and the hips just on the mat and the pelvis. We're going to breathe in 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep going in your own time. You can take it up to 5 or 6, or you can reduce it. It's entirely up to you. As you breathe in, just feel that space in the body. Feel that expansion of the ribs. Exhale, we draw it back towards the mat. Just noticing the shoulders externally rotate as we breathe in. Gently drawing down as we breathe out. And I want you to bring your awareness into your body and how you're feeling right here, right now. I want you to notice that breath in the back of the body as well. Breathing into the shoulders, breathing into the back of the head. Taking a couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly on the next inhale, we're going to draw the knees in towards each other. So take your time. You might feel it a bit in the hips. Gently bring the feet together. And let's take a nice big stretch. And just open up the legs, point the toes, point the fingers. Nice big stretch. Let's stay here for 3. Keep breathing for 2. And release on 1. Beautiful. And let's bring the knees bent again. I want you to bring that right knee in towards the chest. Give it a nice hug. We're going to point and flex that right foot. And let's rotate the ankle in both directions. So we're just going to be having a nice stretch today. When you're ready to open up that right leg, keep a little bend in the knee, but I want us to open up the hamstring. Don't bend it too much. If you're having pain, just bring that leg away from the body. Just breathe in with this stretch. Take your time. And again, you can rotate the ankle, flex and point that foot. It's your choice. So just notice that space. Notice that nice stretch in the hamstring. Give it a nice little squeeze all the way up and down. Keep breathing. Slowly release. Let's bring that foot back to the mat and let's move over to the left knee. Bring it into the chest. Give it a nice squeeze. Let's point and flex that foot. Take your time and let's rotate the ankle in both directions. And again, when you're ready, let's open up that left leg. Draw it towards the upper body. It's a nice hamstring stretch. And you can point and flex. And take a few more ankle rotations if you want. Do feel it more in the and give your leg a nice pat on the hand. Ready? Slowly bring that foot to the mat. We're going to take the arms by the side. Just check that you can brush the heels with the fingertips. Press the feet into the mat as we inhale to lift. So we're coming into our bridge pose. Engage those glutes. Press the feet, engage the quads, engage the inner thighs. Nice active bridge pose. Let's stay here for a few more breaths. Take a deep inhale on 3. Keep that lift nice and strong for 2. Keeping those glutes a little bit active. Take a deep inhale on 1. And exhale to release. Beautiful. Take a couple of breaths there. We're going to take that again. And this time you can lift one of the legs up if you want. Take a deep inhale to lift. And just have a go at releasing one leg up in the air. See if you can keep that lift. Press, press, press. 3. Keep breathing in for 2. Take one more inhale on 1. And exhale to release. Drop the foot and slowly lower the hips. Just come to rest for a few breaths. Take your time. I'm going to take that pose one more time, and you can pick up the other leg if you want. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale. And slowly lift on the inhale. Let's take the other leg up if you want to. Try to see if you can keep the lift, engage the glutes. Breathe in for 3. Let's breathe in for 2. And on 1, we're going to release the foot and slowly release the hips. Lovely. Take a few moments there. We're going to work into the hips a little bit. So we're going to take our refined pigeon pose. So let's take that right foot and place it on top of that left thigh. So keep that right foot nice and flexed. Open out that right hip. You can take the hand and create a little bit more space. And when you're ready, you can loop the hands through if you want. Take hold of the shin or the thigh on the left side. Take a few breaths there. It's a strong pose, so be careful, especially with the heat. Just notice how your body's feeling in this pose. Be mindful of any pains or discomfort. Let's take a deep inhale together. And as you exhale, slowly release. Bring yourself back to the mat. Let's take that right foot to the inside of that left knee or thigh and take a nice gentle twist over to the left. So this is a soft twist. Just take the arms and the gaze wherever it's comfortable. A few more moments here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale to release. And let's slowly come up together. And the next inhale. Gently drop that right foot to the mat. Take a couple of breaths in, notice how you're feeling. And when you're ready, we're going to move to the other side. So let's bring that left foot on the right thigh. Create a little bit of space. So it might be very different on this side. We tend to be a bit looser on one side. And if you want, you can take the hands through around that right shin or that right thigh. Yeah, so I'm definitely tight on the left. I can feel it. So really listen to your body. Stay here for a few moments. Take a deep inhale. Exhale all the way out. Take one more inhale together. And slowly release off the exhale. So just take your time. And I want you to bring that left foot to rest on the inside of the right leg this time. And just have a nice gentle twist over to the left, the right, sorry. And just keep the arms and the gaze wherever it's comfortable. So it's just a gentle twist. Breathe. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. And slowly coming up together on the next inhale. Beautiful. And just releasing that left foot to the mat. Take a few moments in. Notice how it feels. You might feel it on the pelvis and the hips. So just take a few more breaths here. So we're going to do a little bit on abs next. So when you're ready, just coming into your position, keeping the feet flat on the mat still. And we're going to work into the obliques. That's that section of the abs that runs along the side of the body. So I want you to take that right hand, and we're going to lift the chest, and we're going to take the right hand towards that right heel. Come back through center, left hand to left. So we're working into the obliques. Give them a little tap, check they're engaging. I'm going to do 10 on each side. You can do fewer if you wish. Take it slow, you'll feel the burn. When you've done your set, Let's come back all the way to the mat. And just take a few breaths there to rest. We're going to take that one more time. Make sure you have a few breaths in between. Let's take 3 more breaths. We'll do that again. You're going to inhale, take the right hand to the right, through center, over to the left. So I'm going to do 10 on each side. When you've done your set, slowly release. Woo! You can definitely feel that. Just take a few breaths to rest. And the next one we're going to do is actually going to be high boat to low boat. And we're going to add chair pose into it if you want. So just before we get into it, I'm going to talk you through it. So you can rock yourself up into your boat pose. We're going to go from high boat to low boat. You can take it as high and as low as you want. And I'm going to count us into it and out of it. And then when you've done the set, the idea is that we hop up into chair pose, hold chair, and slowly come back onto the mat and do it all over again. Okay? So let's just take a few more breaths here. When you're ready, rock up and down. Remember, you can roll out if that's easier or safer for you. I like doing the rock because it's quite a nice little massage to form with that. Coming into your boat pose, get yourself set, nice strong spine. So try not to round the back, get that lift. And then we're going to go from high boat to low boat. Okay? And we're going to keep going. For 5. Tap the abs, check they're working. For 4. 3. For 2. And on 1, bring yourself up into your chair pose. Sweep the arms, dip the hips. Keep it nice and strong here. Press the feet into the mat, work the quads, drawing the ribs in so we're not flaring them out. Take it a little deeper if you want. Lean in. We're going to slowly start coming all the way back to the mat. Come back into your boat pose. Nice. And let's do it again. High boat to low boat. Check your back. I need to check my spine here. Make sure it's nice, strong, nice and length. Nice length there. Let's keep going for 5. 4. For 3. And 2. And on 1, let's come back into chair pose. Dip and sweep. And you can come onto the balls of the feet if you want. You want to try something different. Let's take it a little bit deeper. Breathing in. And I want you to slowly come all the way back to the mat. And let's lower ourselves all the way down. Nice and slow, nice and slow. And release. So hopefully, we got a bit of a sweat going on. Just take a few breaths here. The next thing I want you to do is to draw the knees in towards the chest. And we're going to come into happy baby pose. You can take the outside of the feet, the inside or the big toe, and just rock out into happy baby for a few moments. You can make this as big or as small as you want. So let's stay here for a few more breaths. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly draw the knees in towards each other. Give yourself a nice little hug and a gentle rock from side to side. And we're going to come to stillness. And I want you to inhale to lift the forehead towards the knees towards the forehead. Keep the core nice and strong. And release. Let's take it again. Lift up for 3, 2, 1. And release. Let's take one more. Lift active fingers and release. Beautiful. And I want you to take a nice big stretch. Lift the arms all the way up. Nice big stretch. Point the toes. And release. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly roll over onto your belly. Let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We can have them a little bit in front and a little bit wider. And we're going to lift up into our up dog or cobra pose. So we're just stretching out the abdominal region now. If it's a bit hard on the lower back, you can just come onto the forearms like I'm doing. Breathe with it. Exhale. Let's take one more inhale together. And as you exhale, I want you to release and just bring one cheek to rest on the mat. And we're going to take the arms alongside the body, fingers pointing towards the toes. We're going to work into the back for a few moments. So take a deep inhale. Exhale. And on the next inhale, I want you to lift. You can lift the legs off as well if you want. And we're working into those back muscles. So you give them a little tap if you want. Lift the chest. I want you to open the heart. So feel that space in the ribs. So we're not pinching at the lower back. Create that space. The 3, the 2, for 1, and release. I'm going to take that again. So inhale to lift. Remember, you can keep the feet on the mat. It's your choice. Let's breathe in for 3. Feel that space. Feel that heart opening on 2. And release on 1. We're going to work into the triceps next. So just before you get into there, we're going to come into our plank pose and we're going to take our chaturanga push-ups. So get yourself ready. Hands beneath the shoulders. Lift yourself up into your plank pose. You can do this on the knees if you want. So check your alignment. You want the shoulders roughly over the wrist. And we're going to lower down, elbows hugging in and lift. Lower down, elbows hugging in, work the triceps and lift. Let's take 5 and lift. And lift. One more time and lift. Come into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's inhale as we lift the heels, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. One more time. Beautiful. And release. Feel that space between the shoulder blades. Option to lower the elbows if you want to work the triceps a little bit more. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep the back nice and stable, nice and strong. Come back to your dog. We're going to release that left hand, bring it to the outside of the right body, twisting towards the right. And release on the exhale. Take the left hand back and the right hand comes outside the left side of the body. Take a nice little twist here. Breathe in, breathe out. Take one more inhale. Exhale to release. Come back to your downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. And when you're ready, we're going to take 2 more breaths. And we're going to slowly drop the knees. And I want you to come into your puppy pose. So leave the hips lifted, just stretching into the shoulders. Nice chance to rest the wrists before we move into the next bit. And slowly coming up with the inhale, I want you to make your way into your tabletop position. We're going to take our cat-cow breaths here. So as you inhale, tilt the pelvis, draw the belly down, shoulders in, gaze comes up. Exhale, reverse that motion. Take your time. Feel that soft movement in the spine. You take a view from side to side. Take a view on the fingertips. You can turn the hands to face the other way if you want to work into the forearms. Extending into the wrists. Quite nice, especially with the feet. It's nice to have this big stretch. Beautiful. Let's take a couple more. Come back to your neutral spine. We're going to tuck the toes under. And we're going to come to seated on the toes. You can untuck the toes if it's painful. Take a few shoulder rolls. Both directions. We're going to inhale to raise the arms. Take the gaze up. Exhale to down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Take two more. Beautiful. And I want you to take hold of the right wrist with the left hand, and we're going to stretch it over to the left. So breathing into that right side foot. You can lift up the hips, actually. It's a bit different sensation. And then we're going to come back to center, switch and twist, stretch over to the right, sorry. And release. Keep that stretch going with the hands, pointing towards the ceiling. And release. Bring yourself back into your tabletop, tuck the toes, and lift the hips up, downward facing dog. We're going to take 3 lion's breaths here. Remember to rotate the upper arms externally so there's a bit of space between the shoulders. Let's take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, let's take the gaze between the hands and slowly walk the feet towards the hands. Come to the top of the mat in your ragdoll. Shake it out, swing the head, nod the head. Just do anything you need to do. And then I want you to find whatever's available, whether it's the big toes, the shins, the knees, the thighs. And we're going to inhale, we lift the chest, straighten the arms. Exhale to release. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release. One more time. And we're going to slowly start coming up. So maybe give it a little bend in the knees. Take your time to come up. So this top. And come all the way up. Come onto the tiptoes, nice big stretch. And lift those fingers up towards the sky. And release. Beautiful. And shake it all out and make your way into Tadasana. We're going to run through a few sun salutations. So you can bring the feet together or keep them apart. Let's lift those toes up as we spread them out, bring them back to the mat. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. Beautiful. Soft gaze, soft face. You can come into that Ujjayi breath, it's your choice. You're going to inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back into plank. Hold your plank, keep it nice and strong. Press the hands into the mat. Let's take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let's lower down through chaturanga. Untuck the toes, open the heart. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Back nice and strong. Deep inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands. Step or walk, feet to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Take the gaze up. Exhale to release. Come back into your Tadasana. Take 2 breaths. Going to inhale to rise. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step it back into plank pose. You have the choice to lift that left hand coming into your side plank. Bringing knee to elbow, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. Hold it here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release that left hand. Stay in your plank pose. Draw the heels away. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower it down through chaturanga. Open the heart. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Going to inhale that right leg in the air. Flex that foot. Bend the knee. Bring the right foot behind the right hand. Left foot 45 degrees. Bend the right knee coming up into warrior one. You want the hips facing forward if that's what your body allows. So you might need to have a bit more space between the feet towards the long edges of the mat. Okay? So they're not in a straight line. It's almost like you're on a train track. Working into the legs here. Dropping that backside in towards the midline. We're going to inhale to bring the arms up, coming into our warrior one. We're going to twist it to the right. Hold it here. You can straighten the arms. Let's come back through center. Take it over to the left. And come back through center. Hold your warrior one. Remember to have that pressure on the outer edge of that left foot as well. And from here, I want you to come into your warrior two. So make your adjustments, bending into that right knee. Widen the stance, pressing that right foot into the mat, taking the gaze over the right fingertips. Let's flip the front palm, reverse that warrior, breathing in. Come back, warrior two. Drop the right elbow, side angle bend. You can release the right arm just to make sure you're not collapsing into it. And let's come up for warrior two. Breathing in, breathing out. Straighten that front knee. Reach the right fingers forward. Coming into Trikonasana. Right hand towards the mat, left hand up. Deep breathing. I want you to draw the ribs up towards the sky. So remember, you can take that right hand up if you need to. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come back into your warrior two, bending into that right knee. Let's flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Warrior two. Drop the right elbow, side angle bend. Beautiful. You can release the right arm if you want to. And from here, I want you to come back into warrior two. And we're going to frame that right foot. And I want you to shoot that right leg in the air, coming into your three-legged warrior. Option to stack the hips. Option to wild thing. It's your choice. You can meet me in dog, or you can flow through a three-legged vinyasa. And we can meet in downward facing dog. We're going to take 3 lines breath here. Let's take one more inhale together. As you exhale, take the gaze between the hands. Step, walk, or float, feet to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale to release. Make your way into Tadasana in a few moments. So remember, you can keep the feet together or you can keep them apart. It's your choice. Lift those toes up, spread them out. Shoulders away, arms by the side. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to inhale to rise. Exhale, hold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back into plank. Remember, you can come into side plank, lifting that right hand off. You can do knee to elbow. It's your choice. Keeping that left shoulder nice and strong. Let's come back into plank pose. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let's lower it down. Elbows in towards the ribs. Open the heart. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to inhale that left leg in the air this time. Bend the knee, bring the left foot behind the left hand. Turn that right foot 45 degrees. Bend the left knee, sweep the arms up, coming into warrior one. Now remember to check your hips. You want them to both be facing forward if that's possible. Don't force it, don't hurt yourself. And we're going to twist over to the left. You can straighten the arms. And we're going to twist back to center and take it over to the right. And then from here, we're going to come back into our warrior one. So remember to keep yourself nice and strong. Let's come into our warrior two. So we're bending into that left knee this time. You can lengthen the feet if you want. So maybe widen the stance, bending into that left knee. You want to still be able to see the left toes, taking the gaze over the left hand. Let's flip the front palm, reverse that warrior. Let's come back into warrior two. Let's bend that left elbow towards the left knee. Side angle pose. You can release that left hand if it's available. And we're going to come back to our warrior two. Let's straighten that front knee. Reach forward with the left fingers. Coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Gaze up, gaze down. It's your choice. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Let's flip the front palm. Reverse that warrior. Warrior two. Drop left elbow, side angle blend. Release the left hand if you want. Let's come back to warrior two. We're nearly there. And we're going to frame that left foot. And this time we're going to shoot the left leg in the air. Option two, stack the hips. Option two, wild thing. It's your choice. You can meet me in dog or you can flow through a three-legged vinyasa. And we're going to meet in downward facing dog. We're going to take 3 lines breaths here. Keeping the back nice and strong, so not sinking too much into the shoulder. Nice and strong. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands. Step, walk, or float, feet to hands. Inhale to halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale to release. We're nearly there. We're just going to bring the feet in that distance apart. We're coming towards the end of the practice now, bringing the hands to heart center. Slowly start coming down into our yoga spot. Now you can run through a crow pose here if you want, or you can just bring your bum back to the mat. So I'm just going to have a little go at crow. Bring your bum back to the mat. Bring the legs out in front of you, flex the feet, micro bend the knees, hands pointing towards the toes. Inhale to lift, coming into Dandasana pose. Just look up in the breath. Exhale, 2 release. One more pose before we come into Shavasana. So feet together, coming into our butterfly fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, let's reach forward. Feel that neutral spine just for a deep inhale. And exhale to fold. Let it go round the shoulders. Drop yourself. Deep inhale. Exhale. And let's slowly come up with the inhale. We've got a couple of minutes to go, so let's draw the knees in and bring ourselves all the way down into our final Shavasana. And spread yourself out. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, just release. And when you're ready, we're going to start deepening the breath. Slowly starting to wriggle the fingers and the toes. Rotate the ankles and the wrists in both directions. Bringing yourself back into the room. And just take any other little stretches that you need. We're going to meet in our comfortable cross-legged position in a few. Keeping the eyes closed, the face soft. You can bring the hands to rest on the knees, or you can bring them to heart center. We're going to end today's practice with our 3 clearing breaths. Slowly bring the thumbs up to the third eye. And I want to thank you for joining me in today's practice. Thank you for joining me on this journey. The inner light in me will always honor the inner light in you. Thank you so much for today's practice. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Take care, and I'll send an email. Maybe we'll do a class on Thursday. See ya. Bye.